Welcome to 3 Minute Thoughts Story Time. So, back in late 70s, early 80s, used to do the science fair a lot. I think it was a great, cool thing. I don't remember if it was a school requirement or just a requirement in our family that everyone had to do the science fair. And not only did we have to do the science fair, but we had to win the local and get to the state, which, yeah, it happened. My projects usually were growing plants with like various soils or various conditions and measuring them and really boring stuff. But that's what inspired me to go into biology, which then inspired me to get out of biology. That's a whole other story. Now, one year my sister wanted to do an experiment with earthworms, and it was a really cool experiment in which she fed them different colored dyed foods to see how it affected the earthworms, to see if it would change their colors. And it did. But the interesting part of that, and this is a story that my father would tell, thinking about it at the time, he was a lot younger than I am now. He found these earthworms really cheap in Texas. Again, late 70s, early 80s. You don't really have online shipping, there's no internet, no worms.com you can call up. But he found these earthworms for cheap in Texas. And on a business trip, he bought a huge, I think it was a 5-gallon, whatever, it was a huge bucket of worms. And I mean, there's dirt in there too, and compost. And I don't remember it being sealed. It might have been, but it might have been open because, I don't know. So he had to bring these worms back from Texas to Jersey. Again, no easy way to ship. So he did it by carry-on. On the airport. Now, airport regulations were a lot different back then. Not as strict. And you could do something like bring a bucket of earthworms as a carry-on. And the TSA did stop him, and they looked at it, and none of them wanted to stick their hands in there to verify what it was. So my dad stuck his hand in there, pulled out the worms, and the TSA was like, just going through. I cannot imagine anyone nowadays doing that kind of thing, getting a bucket of earthworms. There's your challenge. See if you get a bucket of earthworms through TSA. I also now wonder if like Amazon Prime you can order earthworms off of them. Anyway, those are thoughts for a different time. Mainly I just wanted to give that little antidote. So that's the story for today. Have a good one. Thanks.